Hello. Okay. Today we are finally going to finish this case. I swear to God, this is going to be the last, probably the last time we're gonna be doing episode 5 because we are so close. We are so close finishing like this case. Hold on. I feel like we're so near, but we're so near. Like we are like in the middle of getting Gant sent to like prison and all that. I wonder like if there might be more to this, but we are actually like, I know we are like at the end. Also, welcome Zoink Noise. The next inclusion, yeah. Yeah. This should, I feel like it's not gonna be as long. I feel like maybe it might be take 20 minutes. That's how what my theory like of how much it's gonna take for us to finish. But yeah, let's see. Okay, I remember last time I got the right thing, and they're just going through. We haven't gotten to I don't think we've gotten to the third testimony yet, so I'm assuming there's gonna be a third one. Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filled out the lost item report. He would have had to give the report to the chief of police. God, he's... Yeah, you are in possession of the report. Which means you can't be sure if he filled it. No, he filled it. How do I know? Yes, it has his handwriting. Because he needed to enter the evidence room from that day.
He needed to!
Yes, to transfer the evidence out.
Oh!
Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then... you accompanied the detective to the evidence room. That's why he died! That's why you killed him in there! I accompanied him. There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room. Hold on. Let me guess what you're going to say next. The chief of police murdered poor Goodman. Yes. Hold on. Exactly. Yeah.
But wait! The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could just have let him die his ID card.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of that sort. See, Judge, don't say that! He's literally gonna be like, somebody said it, actually, yeah, what they said is true. Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body. Oh. Oh! Wow, that was a different reaction than I thought. Wow, he went berserk there. That was like, oh my God.
Chief Gant, you didn't!
The murderer was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime for no one in their right minds. Would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course, and then frame her. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office's parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? Transfer... I was at the police department the whole entire day, you know. And everyone's aware that Lana stayed in the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I ordered an officer to do it? Hey you, take your dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And all this time I thought it was a useless clue just taking up space. Oh, a piece of evidence?
How could the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence.
Hold on, let me save. I know it's early, but let me save. To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used this. Okay. I'll try here. No, we can't use that. So it has to be, okay, it has to be somewhere around here. Ooh, Badger. Record the prosecutor's office lot answered 512. I mean the car. If we're talking about the car, then yeah, this could work. Because it was in Edward's car, right? What else could we look at? I don't see how this would work. None of these are all like small items. What was a Goodman's autopsy? Lawsuit's chest wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. No, that doesn't have anything with the carrying. No, no. Anything here? No, I think it's the ticket. No, that's just a picture. Okay. Yeah, I think it's the ticket. This is how you move Detective Goodman's body.
A parking stop, Miles Edgeworth.
You mean? The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edward's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car. You mean I carried the victim's body? Precisely so. But wait, even you know, I didn't plan on returning to my office after the ceremony finished that day. But you did return. Tell me why. Edgeworth? What's going on? I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. It's always Chief Gant, dude! You need to like everything that Chief Gant does to Edgeworth is all just like making Edgeworth suffer. Oh my god. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. It sounds like Gant wanted Edgeworth to be framed. But if that's the case, why was Lana involved? So you see, what you were really taking to the prosecutor's office wasn't the screwdriver, but the victim's body in your trunk.
Detective Goodman's body was carried on the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Yes, unless of course you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edward to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye. Okay.
Order! What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations?
Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite. It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk.
Chief Gant, please say something.
I believe. Your time's up.
My time's up.
Sorry, Randall, but I'm having lunch with the district attorney general for after this. We have to get going if we're to make it the time for the early bird special. But the cross-examination isn't finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier. A police chief with all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking the right now. Well, it's kind of too late for you. We already have like a lot of like stuff that is proving that you were the murderer. Your reputation's still kind of fucked.
What? That is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered.
So you're going to just run away after all of this? Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. Well, oh, that's a proof he actually stabbed him, okay. You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with.
I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damon Gant is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright,
Your Honor.
do you have any concrete proof? Proof that
Okay, this sounds like a saving point. Let me save so I don't die. Come on.
Do you prove that that Chief Kid murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Guy dispose of his body?
Do I have concrete proof? Yes. I can't let him just squirm his way out of this. I've got to keep the pressure on. Yes, Your Honor. I do have such evidence.
Then please hurry up and present it. Just remember, it better prove Chief Kid murdered Detective Goodman beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Okay. So... Man, yeah, getting a log for this game would be really helpful looking back, so we need to prove... Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman beyond a shadow of a doubt. Okay, so maybe something around this area. Tagged evidence from the SL9 is the extremely thin rubber glove. PD student of stabbing the blue badger. No, that would just be like the area. Recovers fingerprints from handprints for comparison to fingerprint file. I don't think no. 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 Finds but traces. Found that the crime scene wrapped in the defendant's muffler, small tag detached. Well, if this had like anything with Gant's blood on it, there's nothing. It would also say it has Gant stuff on it, so. Goodman and Lana. Anything in the call? The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. Muffler. No, okay, it's not the phone. Your handwriting is on this. Ugh. Murder Detective Goodman. No. Fusion does box. Victim's blood. No, wait, no, that's the thing Lana used. Gant's behest given its current. Wait, what about this? Only the assigned detective's prints can unlock and the indicator lamp lights up when it's open. I don't see how that would be used to say Chief Gant murdered him. Marshall's fingerprints. This is other stuff, though. What is this? This is Emma Sky's, so nothing. What did this have? What was this, by the way? No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. So I don't. Okay, it's not this. Ugh. When it's open, doesn't prove anything. Think about this glove I can check. That's it. Not the glove. Oh, this one's difficult. How am I supposed to say it is? The screwdriver's a huge stretch. The thing I'm thinking about, it could be I don't know what kind of item it could be. I only think this, if we could find fingerprints on, for some reason, on something with it, but like I think that's a huge stretch. To find like, we could find fingerprints or handprints of Gant somewhere. This, I don't think it could be, but I'm not really sure. I think it's something that has to be around this area or this area. Muffler wasn't... Gosh, I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, I have to think here. What could prove that he stabbed in the crime with small tag attached? Was there anything on here, Ken? Let me check this. Because this was the weapon. It's written on the small tag attached to the knife. It was the weapon used in the incident 2 years ago and then it's known to many victims. Anything else? Prove that he was the one. Okay, another thing I'm thinking. This is also a huge stretch, but the locker. Because the locker was open. But that doesn't, I don't think that would really prove like, oh wait, so Gan, how was Gan involved? How was he the one who opened it? So, it's also a huge stretch. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, at least I saved a little bit earlier. I think this is gonna be like a error by trial, I think. That's the phrase. I don't know what item it could be. Let me review one more time and then I'm gonna see what I can decide here. I don't think there would be anything on the... Okay, I did check the autopsy for Goodman. It didn't really say anything that was, Gant related, right? 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Cause of death was loss of blood on chest wound. Wound was caused by 4.5 knife. Doesn't prove anything that Gant did it. Memo car, SL9. Muffler. No, that doesn't have to do anything. No. No. Okay. Solution used to scientific investigation finds blood traces spray to use. Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna choose this one first. We'll see. We'll see how this is gonna lead. I feel like I'm gonna get taking a lot of health out or I'm probably gonna die. Okay.
So what exactly is this evidence?
It's proof as to whether or not it's enough to demonstrate the chief's guilt. I'll let you be the judge.
But I am the judge.
Alright, well, what do you think, Your Honor? No!
Phoenix, well, I think Mr. Wright. So I'm going to be late for lunch.
I guess it wasn't enough. Please, Your Honor, give me a little longer to consider.
I'll say it again, Mr. Wright.
This court will not tolerate any accusations against him. Miss Sky disposed of his body. Proof that Chief got murdered. Yeah, we do have boundary proof. Okay. Bruce Goodman. He murdered. What was it, the thing about the muffler? It was, Mom told Emma to hide it. So that doesn't have to do with Gant. What could it be? This thing? No. I don't. I'll be right back, guys.
I am back. Hello.
Oh. This is gonna take a while. I have a feeling. I wonder if the evidence is obvious or not. Okay. Next thing I'm thinking... The knife. This one. Somehow. I was thinking there was something that popped in my head earlier. Oh, I wanted to check the photo. If it somehow relates in a way. Okay, probably not. Okay. No. Okay, you know what? Let's try that book that Lana gave us. It's worth a shot because I think I'm out of options. No, it's not. Okay. What could it be? Could be. Oh, you sure you have to? So is it actually you don't? Oh. Probably have to try that. Hold on, I might have. Okay, I'll press something and she'll give me a game over and I'll press no. Let's just do that. Okay, we can go back. Hold on. Let's change something real quick. Load. No. It's no use showing evidence. I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence. So ugly.
In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against Chief.
What? Here's a tip, never gamble what you can't afford to lose, Rattle. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, I leave the rest to you. He teleported away!
I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to a senior officer to our nation's law enforcement agency.
What? Lady Luck, maybe we should have a word with her.
Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean?
There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't yet had the honor of her hearing her testimony. A lady who knows the truth, another witness. In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. But Chief Gant has invoked his right to refuse to testify. There's still someone else. One more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room.
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person?
Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling witnesses today.
Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist?
I feel like I know who it is. Okay, yeah. She may not be willing to tell the truth, but we can't just stop now. Yes, Your Honor. The defense calls forth... you.
The defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 on February 21st. Her task to dispose of the victim's body. In accordance with a certain someone's orders.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Prosecution has no objections, Your Honor.
Very well, the court will now take its final recess for the day. In 15 minutes, we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. This court is now in
Hold on. Huh?
Huh?
Oh, what? You came back? Are you serious?
Chief Gant, I thought you were going to eat.
Listen, good Lana. He's talking to Lana. I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Rat's claims, there will be terrible consequences. Okay, you see, doing that in public is making you more suspicious, Gant. That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder. This isn't good. Of course, you'd never support such outrageous claims anyway. Rats. Just something to think about. Alright then. I've got a lunch date to meet. He's so baffled.
Okay, if there aren't any further objections, this court is now in recess.
Damn, that was... he had the balls to do that in public. Like, he wasn't like... he didn't go to Lana in private. He just did it in front of everyone. That's like a huge risk right there. I mean, I guess, yeah, he's a powerful man, but damn. He was not scared for everyone to hear that. February 25, 2:04 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Looks like we managed to stay in the game. Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth. That chief. He's something else, pals. Detective Gumshoe. I'm not a detective anymore. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Don't worry. I've already decided where to work now. At your office. My office? Wait, does this actually continue into the next game? Well, I'm so down for Gumshoe to work with us. I'm not gonna lie. Sure. I'll take that place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with. Could he mean... Maya? Maya? Still, looks like we're all out of the moves now. Chief Gant's done it again. How's he always gets the upper hand? It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify. Settle down, Wright. Remember what the judge said.
But Chief, it is not the right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered.
Risks? What did he mean by that? It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. You mean he forfeits his right to say anything too? Emma? Yo, Emma. Emma, are you okay?
Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery.
So she heard everything that's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before.
No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost felt somehow relieved.
Relieved?
Yeah. Now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. And she did it all. Just to protect me.
Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way to her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside, to force herself to do anything and everything Chief told her to do. That must be why she became so cold.
It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall.
Hey, go blaming yourself now. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal. Yeah, blame society. No.
Chief can't maybe be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that murmur.
I see. Well, we'd better get back. It's time for the final act. Emma, why don't you wait?
No. I'm going with you.
Yeah, we need you, because we're gonna ask Lana some questions.
I want to be there. When Lana tells the truth.
Let's go, Wright. It's time to end this. Final. This is the finale. Oh my god. Oh my god! Saving content. February 25th, 2:21 p.m. District Court Courtroom, number 9.
Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand?
Miss Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years.
Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth.
Of course, the truth.
Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister.
Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant.
Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. Gant and fabrication. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma.
Are you sure about this testimony?
Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure.
But, Lana...
If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this.
That's what I've been telling you from the beginning.
Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me.
What if she's telling the truth?
She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony.
Yeah. This is no time to start second-guessing myself.
This defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Okay, we're definitely gonna press a lot for this. Yeah. Save. Oh. That didn't register last. Okay. For years. So what did you guys do, specifically? How many years exactly? Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years.
Detective Gant and Detective Sky were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases.
She must have been good coming from the same school as Mia. Damon Gant was a respectable detective, that's why. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And... did you do so to help your sister? Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. But what did she do? What she did was a justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. That's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him.
Lana.
So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago.
When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body in the rain. You say you did this all by yourself. Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor Ward's knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? Wait, the prosecutor's knife was... But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark. Something like that. What? Okay, wait. If that is so, what happened to that murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies. She's confusing everything.
All just to protect me.
So when you found a scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what you think boils down to.
Yes. I broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, then moved the body. Okay, that's new. You planted the tip of Dark's knife in the victim's wound?
And then you moved the body?
But dude, that knife is probably strong. How are you gonna, like, break it? But why? Why would you do that? You, of all people, would know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of the others. Why did you move? Why plant the knife? Why did you do that? Come now, Mr. Wright. Even you should be able to figure it out. For your sister.
Very well, let's add this to the witness's testimony. The reason this guy fabricated the knife.
Well, I want to ask about the body also. When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where he deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. By Chief Gant's desk, but now it's on yours. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple.
Let's have that witness explain this in more detail. The reason this guy moved the body.
Okay. I have two new pieces of evidence. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Oh, wait, it changed. Can we, so I guess we can switch it. That's new, huh? I don't know if that's gonna be bad for us. Pieces of the jar, you mean? Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body. So, when you first found the body, the jar was already... Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. Neil Marshall was dead and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during the struggle.
I see.
What's the matter, Emma?
Apparently the jar shattered at the time of the crime was committed, but I have a feeling there is more to it than that.
There must be a contradiction here somewhere. Anyway, I committed the fabrications completely alone. Okay, so definitely we have to show a piece of evidence in that area. So you rearranged the crime scene. Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer? How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it, period. Are you so desperate to hide the fact? You're willing to risk the death sentence.
She's lying. She did it, so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened.
In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions.
Mr. Wright, my sister's lying.
Looks like she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself.
There's no way she could have done it alone.
I've got to get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, then she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the event started my plan. What happens if I switch it to the other one? Oh no, wrong area. According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall's broken knife was the murder weapon, right? Yes, and leaving it at that might point the blame away from Dark. I felt the most effective way to get him convicted would be by having the tip of his knife found inside the victim's body.
So you buried it inside the victim's stab wound?
Yes, because I hated Dark for what he did. Okay, we have to go. So it's the vase. Oh, why can't I say with the vase though? You move the body. Do we have to show that vase again because it has Emma's name on it? And yeah, I need to look at that part again. Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body. When you first found the body, the jar was already... Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. Neil Marshall was dead and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle. But why does it have Emma's name on it? Just shattered at the time. The jar shattered at the time the crime was committed, but I have a feeling there is more to it. There must be contradiction somewhere. I feel like we have to show the vase because it has Emma's name. So that would be really weird of like, why would there be a name on it if what happened while it broke, they were fighting. Like there wouldn't be any time to write a name on it, right? So I think maybe this one. But we could also look at the other evidences just to make sure. Oh no. SL9 files. Anything serial killer, death, or just the names. No, that doesn't have to do with anything. Hi Citric PC, welcome to stream. I am about to finish the first game for Ace Attorney Trilogy. This doesn't have to do with it. I don't think there's anything on this photo that would then prove anything. I think we just have to show that vase. What does this have to do with it? Bears Emma Sky's print. What? This doesn't have to do with any. I don't think it. I don't know. I don't think we need to present that. I think it's this.
Objection!
Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister.
You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered?
If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction in my testimony. You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the evidence threatened my plan." I just played till case 3. Dang. The case 4 and case 5 are so good though. Oh, thank you. That's right.
Do you have a plan or a problem with that?
It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in these final moments. So I'm assuming, Citric PC, you haven't seen like any of the other trials after case 3, right? Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar.
Order, order!
Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. Oh, cool. Yay. Something critical. Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we're headed. Oh. Oh! More tea. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth.
Very well, the witness may now continue her testimony.
Jar and message in blood. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. That has to relate to Emma.
You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood?
I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time.
She didn't think Targ was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Okay, we're going to press again. I mean, now this blood on her. Why was that this one specifically? Like, why was that specifically the one that caught you off guard when you entered into the room? So the jar was already broken. It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier.
It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case.
But not as feeble as the judge's judgment. You are an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces? Normally, I would have. But it was dark in the room and I couldn't have time to check it out. So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar? No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust. Well, that helps my case.
Lana, can you do that for me?
It seems you two might make up yet. Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was. If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry. I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came.
This is rather shocking.
I wiped away the blood. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened.
What do you mean?
If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. What else could I have done in that situation?
Lana,
I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. Probably not. Gant had one of them. But how could you see with the power out? It shouldn't have been pitch black in the office. Oh. So Trick PC, thank you for following. Thank you. Okay. A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. Oh my gosh. Oh. Like... Oh, thanks for subscribing. Oh my gosh. I think you're like the first subscriber that I've had, actually. Wow. Hold on, PC. Oh, okay. Is like the... Oh, it's like Twitch bugged or like something through subscribing was bugged? Oh, thank you. Okay.
Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol whenever I go.
Well, you're always prepared, Emma.
I never miss anything. I got every last piece.
You definitely didn't.
All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
Hold it!
Oh, that's weird. I wonder if it's like a... Yeah, browser problem. So you legally rearranged the crime scene.
Yes, I don't have any excuse for my actions.
Oh, Firefox. Okay.
I'm so sorry, Lana. I didn't know. I've treated you so badly all this time.
It's not too late. There's still plenty of time to make up. After we've gotten to the bottom of this incident.
No doubt this day will leave a permanent stain on the history of prosecutor's office.
More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony.
Your sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. I think I finally figured out the contradictions in her testimony. There's one final possibility that might turn everything around. Oh gosh, I guess I did catch it. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. Okay, you know what? When she said wiped away the blood, this reminds me of the cloth. But maybe it's not related yet. The thing that she said though, she said she got all the pieces, but she didn't, because we did find out that Gant had one of them. Is there a way we can show that? We show the vase again. You want to see? Gant's save. We could show the vase again. Is the vase gonna be like our thing we're gonna like show a bunch of times? Okay. The other thing is the cloth, but I don't think the cloth is related yet. We could look at the autopsy reports, or I mean the case file. Should we, let's see. Let's go. Let me go back again. Come on. Okay. It's a double down. Yeah, this case has been like kind of like unexpected with some of the things. Like, it made me. I don't remember if they did this earlier in the other cases, but it said like, oh, there was a part where I had to I could either show evidence that Gant was involved with the murder or not. Apparently the right answer was that you didn't actually have evidence, but I pressed that we did have evidence, because it's usually like that. Like the game tells you like, oh, you probably have the evidence, but I guess in this case it's like, no. I feel like this case is unpredictable, but that's kind of why I like it. Just wiping them clean before they were discovered. Okay. I'm gonna... I don't know if this is reckless. I'm just gonna do it. It says Gant's safe. She wouldn't know that she had all the pieces if that wasn't Gant's safe.
Objection!
Yo, it is the vase! Again! Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals of truth even you were unaware of. What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. In the Chief's safe. I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was... still blood on it.
But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off them.
Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on that scene. Chief Gant got there before you. But why? Did he change things?
But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece?
Also, yeah, I didn't have time to change Phoenix's voice to the original. I might have to do that later. Sorry about that. I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone on Ace Detective.
That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Ha! Can you believe that?
It's not the point, Judge! Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When the witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken.
Oh, that!
There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness.
I hope you're not implying the person was Chief Gant at the time he was looking. But Dark, get downstairs. Besides, even if he was—
Well, okay, I didn't click anything. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide the fact for 2 years? Game, calm down, please. Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? No. Why did he scream? He's inspired. They're like all inspired now.
Wait, I'm not in the one on trial here.
He got caught off guard. Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar. He proceeded and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. Rule number 2, right? Of the thing on the book, probably.
But why would Chief Gant do that?
In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear?
What happened afterwards?
Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Skye became the chief's puppet. Oh, no, I did it on my own.
Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore of my sake.
No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own clients.
I guess you two seem the type who likes to twist the truth.
What? Me? Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap?
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright?
Lana, maybe right after all. What? What do you mean, right?
So, you do tell foul lies to Mr. Wright?
No, Emma, no, that's not what we're meeting. Miss Skye, please testify one more time. Oh, last testimony maybe. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of prosecutors Marshall might also be a lie.
But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall.
Miss Skye, if you will. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw.
All right, the witness may testify one more for the final time.
Actual crime scene. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on the suit of armor's sword. Emma and Dark was lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that I linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent.
Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor's sword!
You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof.
Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. The book! What? To me? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that.
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you.
Wait, picture? I thought it was the book.
Will Mr. Wright please to present the picture?
What? Oh God! I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. From the detective, right?
Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
I seem to remember getting something from her that. Oh God.
Let's check the evidence again.
Okay, wait. Save. Oh, no! I didn't have a chance to save. There must be a picture in there somewhere. This thing? This is the only picture I have. Everything else that was a picture. The floor plans. We didn't. No, we got that from the detective. But that was in another case. It's this one? Oh, wait. Oh, wait, can I go back? Oh, wait. It's making me check. I can't present anything. Or, you mean I have to check the book? Is that what they want me to do? Oh, it is. The duck. Oh! She took a picture of that? Why? Hey, there's a picture here.
Oh my. This is the actual crime scene.
No other detective saw the crime scene like this, because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I arranged everything. Lana's picture inserted into the court record. Crime scene's photo from the case 2 years ago taken.
Mr. Wright, that picked piece cut out from his vest. Could that be?
The cloth was we found inside Chief Gant's safe. What's this?
This is a handprint, isn't it?
It's Emma's handprint, though.
That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Whosever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer.
What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma.
Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flesh out the real murder.
Sometimes I like it when the game tells me.
Very well, the defense may now begin to cross-examination.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Whoa! Oh god, it's him again! Come there, Lucky. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen.
Chief Gantz!
What now? You want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense.
I'm afraid it's too late for that.
What?
You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back and relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your neck. Ugh.
Oh my god, he looks like he's got zapped. Ah, so what? You think I'm worried? Dude, you had a huge reaction like a few seconds ago. Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements.
What do you mean?
The evidence will do all the talking for me. Oh no. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence.
Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence?
No, I don't, but someone does. Oh god, he's meaning us!
Someone!
So, what's your excuse, Rado? Oh god. Why have we been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubts.
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
Oh god. If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer.
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence presented now, or if any of you try to conceal anything, you will be then appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make any wrong decisions. Hold on. This sounds like I have to save. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? Oh my god. You know... We're definitely gonna get in, we're definitely gonna get in trouble if we don't show the evidence. But there could be a possibility we could find something. It might be really hard. Showing the evidence, that would be good in us for not getting in trouble, but Emma is gonna be in trouble unless they're gonna do like a plot twist about like, wait, it wasn't Emma somehow. Yeah, okay, you know what? I usually don't do this, but I'm not gonna show the evidence. I wanna see where this goes. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at the point in this time. What? You lie!
Chief Gantz!
You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together.
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know those fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at that picture. See the victim's vest? Not there's anything odd about that chest area. It looks part of it's been cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe?
What? That means you, the Chief of Police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department.
Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the Galvado. Well, I can't let you pin me as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened.
What? You mean you admitted it?
I was the first person to arrive at that crime scene that day. And then it occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana.
So you really were manipulating her?
I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay on her sister, then when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence. You mean those items in your safe?
But why?
For insurance. Of course. Insurance. I mean, the number you used for that safe was really bad. I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed.
You mean you were calculating the far ahead while forging the evidence?
What do you mean for? A fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar of fragments? I hate the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and mop the blood off all the pieces. But if you fabricated all the evidence, what to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too? Oh, ha ha ha. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more and tied him for insurance. You mean the piece of cloth? Come on, Rhino, cough it up already. I know you have it.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So you admit to it then, Chief Gantz. that you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe. Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
Which move, Rado? You should have shown it then before it was too late. It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. What? Do we double down? Oh my god. Oh shit, do we double down or no? Oh my goodness. God. If he showed the evidence, but Emma's gonna get in trouble. He wants us to show it. Okay, well, I'm doubling down. No, it's too late to show the evidence now. Wait, did I press the wrong thing? Oh my gosh, did I press the wrong thing? He says, even if I did, you just exposed the poor girl. I pressed the wrong thing, what? Right, think hard over the circumstances. Circumstances, I'm talking about then and now. There's one major difference between the two. Weren't you waiting for the difference? Oh. So, Edward figured out my plan.
Mr. Wright, this is your only chance.
Your Honor, I do have evidence to present.
Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. Evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
Let's shoot. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's like 4 boxes. No, you're good. That was more mainly my choice, too. Let me verify this one more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Oh, yes. Unless you finally brought it out into that open.
There's a handprint on this piece of cloth!
Your Honor, the prosecution requests that to be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather, there must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly.
You mean...
It could not have been forged. It must have been authentic, conclusive evidence. Ho ho ho! You're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy. There's something so about that cloth. Okay, what? Think about it. Rado had all the time to present this evidence, yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that?
Mr. Wright, do you really know?
Emma, oh buddy, Emma.
Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they?
Very well. I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is...
Emma Sky!
What? They're mine?
I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, wait. Oh, you're really something, Rado. You knew this girl did it all along. And you still trying to pin the murder on me.
So it's true, tragic but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
How could you? You monster!
This guy.
You know whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet. Ha, but I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Can't guard your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh, and what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
What?
Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
It was Emma Sky, wasn't it?
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains critical contradiction. Wait, I'm not realizing it. If Emma had blood on the print, where was the blood coming from? What, a contradiction? What is this bull babbling about? I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is. Oh god, we're gonna present it, aren't we? Oh boy.
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth. What could it possibly contradict?
Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Oh no! Behold the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. Ah! A piece of evidence. Wait, can I look at that picture again? This? Could it be the picture? I feel like wait, hold on, can I save? No, I can't save. Okay. This is the picture? I think it's the picture. I just want to make sure. Single stab wound piercing heart lung. Assessment died from blood loss in order 10 minutes. Found the one with the missing tip. Can I look at this? No, there was nothing else. I think it's the picture. I think it's the picture. Yeah. Because I'm thinking, like, he got stabbed and the blood came out. Because it wouldn't make any sense. Why would there be blood on the handprint if he was stabbed first? They didn't say that he was stabbed beforehand. So where would the blood come from? Like before he got stabbed by the armor. And what exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Oh, yes. His shirt is showing underneath.
It's hard to make out with all the blood on the vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured, blood poured out of his mouth.
Oh! With that piece of cloth! Wait, there's no blood on it!
Wait, oh my god, wait, there wasn't? Oh my gosh, I thought there was blood on it before, no! Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on that cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, this is nonsense! Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could have been? He's Claude. Who could, yeah. Picked up from the unconscious prosecutor. And impaled him on the armored sword. Because I thought that was like dried blood, honestly. Then to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death. Said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood, a jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out the bloodless piece of the victim's vest. Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of it creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. Oh, you got electrocuted. It's finally all over. Oh my gosh, Avi! You came in like... oh my gosh. Wait, there's more happening.
There's more happening. Oh my gosh. Oh, Ami, you came in like a very like interesting time of what's happening. We just proved someone was a murderer of a case. Hey. Oh! That was close, Rado. You almost had me. Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations, dude. You're sweating right now.
What do you mean you refute these allegations?
You see, the piece of cloth is illegal evidence. What?
Order! What nonsense is this?
Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict the suspect. Remember, Udgy? Earlier, old Rado here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Rado? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Oh my god. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
Well, that's true,
But I said at this point of time,
the defense did refuse to present the evidence.
at that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. What? Oh my god, this is bullcrap! But that's not fair! Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son.
I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Well, Mr. Wright.
It seems at last. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Oh, hold on, let me save. I don't want to die. Okay.
Do you admit it? That you purposefully and illegally concealed this evidence of peace?
What? Wait, I don't want to overthink this. That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth. I did not purposely, illegally, and illegally. I did not. I admit, I refused to present it at the one point. Aha! So the evidence is illegal. No, it isn't, Mr. Gantz. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. Uggy, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward you can't really believe.
There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well. Oh,
Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now.
this thing. Right. What was it that said? The evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Unregistered evidence present must be relevant to the case on trial. Yeah. It's relevant to the case on trial, so it's still fine. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's that? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law.
Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police departments.
I found this piece of evidence myself inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department.
Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
And here is the crux of the matter. You see, at the point it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Sorry, can you recall? When was that picture presented?
It was shown only a few moments ago.
No.
He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, the piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gantz. You yourself confessed to the certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of victim's vest. Oh, yes. You screwed yourself over. No. It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is that one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer, and there's only one person who could have done it. Damon Gantz. The killer was you! Is he gonna freak out? Oh my god! He's going 2 times speed! Oh my gosh! I knew I should have gotten rid of it! That good-for-nothing scum! For 2 years, he's been snooping around that department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Star and then convicted Bruce Goodman, and that's how Goodman died. Oh no! Detective Goodman. Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose all my only chance to find out about the truth. Please, you gotta help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a last item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. He opened his evidence locker and he was taking the evidence out, he said. It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall. Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. Oh, Goodman. Poor Goodman. That's when I saw it, the cursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The blood handprints on Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. And you put the body in my car. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. Why are you always screwing, like, Edgeworth over, dude? Like, Edgeworth, poor Edgeworth. Like, every time you actually give him something, like, it's actually, like, makes it 10 times worse for him. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You made a lot of more than just detectives ever will. He's so pissed. Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this? Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. It's absorbent misery. Damn. I didn't realize how miserable Edgeworth is gonna be in these, like, trials. Like, I thought Edgeworth was gonna be seen, like, he was gonna have, like, a lot of good stuff to him still, but, like, there's so many bad things happening to him, especially after Case 4. So, So you left the jar fragments in the glove. Yeah. He looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, how do you stand in your courts? Me. You do spice criminals. I could feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to get it alone. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Udgy.
What?
Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend.
I'm sorry to Damon Gant. I know you as you used to be long ago. You're once a fine investigator, for an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Those days are gone now, Udgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now, you have Righto here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning. There are two things I want you to understand. Yes. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the very beginning. You see, Miss Sky? You no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. You know, okay, a little bit related. I wonder if there's, like, comics or, like, canon comics related to, like, Gant and the judge, like, being, like, friends or talking. Because we get a glimpse of that they're actually friends, but I want to see more of, like, them interacting, like, before this trial. See, like, how good their friendship was. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today.
So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been unanswered.
I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all of your trouble. My, what high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Oh, first time she smiled. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Not days, maybe months. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Okay, welcome to stream. You just got to the end of this trial. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you, and yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. It almost broke him, he almost resigned. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it. I only did my job.
In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of this. Miss Sky.
Yes, Your Honor?
You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Technically, Phoenix did his job, though. We said that she wasn't the murderer, and we proved that. We technically did win, I guess. What's wrong? I thought he was just not used to compliments from anyone in general.
There's something amusing about all this. Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. Oh, she feels like she's free. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Damn.
Well, this trial has gone far too long already. Regarding the charge of the murder, this court finds the defendant Miss Lana Sky
Not Guilty! Yeah! Yeah, the confetti! I love that there's confetti at the that they have.
That is all. The court is adjourned.
February 25th, 5:03 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 2. At long last, it's finally over. Emma. Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't go completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit.
No, that's not it. Now, just after the trial ended.
I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well.
You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Lana, why didn't you compliment me? Hope I'm not interrupting. Shoot, this is the 3rd time. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Girl, you gotta stop doing this. I guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Don't be mad at us again. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around all day. And stop it off. You could call me here. Oh, dude, this is the 3rd time you've said this.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal. I need a job. He's gonna be like, I need a job, Phoenix. I'm joining your company.
Me?
Oh, wait, no, he's talking to Emma, never mind. That's right, I thought you'd like to see someone. Lana? Hey, what's up, Lana?
Lana?
Should he be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell you if he won't. Also, wait, you're not a detective anymore. How was he able to do this? Emma, I owe you an apology.
It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it.
That day, 2 years ago, was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess.
Sis!
I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for our sake, but now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew.
But sis, you were only doing it for me.
No.
Huh?
I turned my back on you that day, and hiding what I believed to be the truth. I was deceiving you.
Sis.
I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry.
But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now.
You're happy.
Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have.
Oh, Emma. Emma. Aww. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because, in so doing, we can find a way back to our rightful path, and it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. You know what other two sisters I miss? Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe, me. Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here. He's like hiding behind the plants. He's like... He's so angry. Where was he hiding?
I just came to say congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right, well, I'll be going now.
Wait, no, come back.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
Yeah, they ruined your reputation, man.
It's too late for me.
What?
No matter what anyone may say, I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right.
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go alone. Oh my god. It's still there.
I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
Oh!
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime, but they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone.
You were with me, your husband, work husband, boyfriend.
You were working together with Mr. Wright, and because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Yeah. What is this, a pop quiz?
Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lana is talking about.
Evidence, huh? A ring! Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find out on our own. What? Wait, something that we wouldn't be able to find out on our own. What?
This thing?
Gently holds Edgeworth's hand. Yeah. I like to think that. What? I feel like this is a ton of them. Just this thing. And this is probably the wrong one.
That might mean something to you, but I don't see how it had anything to do with our partnership.
Huh?
Mr. Wright, it seems you still have a lot to learn as well.
What? I guess that wasn't the right piece of evidence. What was it? What is it?
It's a-
No, what was it? What was it? No, I want to go back. I didn't know I had to present something. What?
It's time for me to go.
No. I didn't save my boyfriend slash work husband.
Mr. Edgeworth.
If you'll excuse me, there's still some loose ends that need wrapping up.
Okay, I gotta look at, like, when I'm done with this, I gotta look what was the right thing I had to show him. No.
Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you, and I'll be there, supporting you in every way.
I know, it seems I owe you my thanks to Mr. Wright, but what I face now is my problem.
Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in the courts.
Farewell.
Damn, what a sad conclusion to him for the first game.
I'd better be going too.
Okay, well, but I'll be by to visit soon.
It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do.
Here, this is a little something for you.
Scientific investigation.
Oh, it has the duck too.
It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well.
Thanks, sis. I will.
And so another case came to a close. And for the sisters, I have faith. Bye, Emma. It was fun being with you. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. I like how Edgeworth was the last one. And that the center. Well, don't go tricking off just yet, pal. Huh? What is it, detective? There's a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh?
Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had the wild side.
Yeah, well, you see? Mr. Wright here's the one who will be footing the bill. Huh? What? What, you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Oh my god. Yeah, we did it. We finished the first game. That was fun. That was really good. Oh. I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then, I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Can she, though? I wonder if it's definitely gonna be hard, but I wonder if she could actually. No, we're not. I have an indie game we were gonna play today. Today I was originally gonna play in indie games, but since we didn't finish this case, I wanted to move here. Yikes! I thought I was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. Oh, so you're a detective again. If we penalize you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. It just goes to show you can't shake me off that easily. I have to decide till next week. I'm not sure yet, because I don't know if I can start next week. I might be more of indie games for next week, but we'll see. I'll mention it in Twitter and Bluesky when we're gonna start. My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them, though. Someday I'm going to make detective. Yes, sir, then I will be just like the Dick Gumshoe. Oh, it's a great time. Yeah, hope you do good in your finals. Also, thanks for coming by. It was actually really fun. Oh, you're gonna say anything, dude? Like, you're just gonna, like, move? Okay. Why are we, like, looking at him? I wonder if, Maya's gonna come back in the end. Oh, dude, he just dies. I think I'm thinking here now. I think this might be my favorite case. Like, this is bad. I think this is better than case 4. By like how unexpected some parts of this case is. What is it? Can't you see? I'm having my showdown all with a steak lunch partner. Miss Star managed to sneak this to me. She's seeing one of the guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even gave Bambi in the back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? It's kind of sad that he's in jail though, because he wanted to get like, he wanted to get justice, but then he ended up being in jail for what he did. He's finally dead. I didn't think it was that bad, but looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. I wonder if we see her again. As far as what I'll give, I put a new meal on the menu, the right way lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is sweet as victory.
Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards.
Like, I feel like also, like, Case 4 was, like, suspenseful, but this was a lot more suspenseful, especially the antagonist for this.
I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left.
Dude, what do you mean? I always see it every time.
Anyway, he said he's been doing her something to her, however many years. Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better copy. Huh? Oh no! I forgot my gavel! Sorry, I gotta go.
Like, who would be worse, Von Karma or Gant? Because Von Karma, he's just antagonistic to you the whole way, but Gant, he pretends to be like your friend in the beginning. And then he ends up being antagonistic. Maya!
Nothing suits this whole, like, fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium.
Mystic Maya, afternoon training's about to begin.
Coming! Well, see you around, Nick!
Maya, no, I thought there were gonna be like a thing where like Phoenix is doing something important and then Maya busts into his room and be like, I'm here. 6 translators, oh. That's a lot, oh my god. Wait, for just this one game, not like the whole trilogy? Where's Edgeworth? What is he doing? Oh, Edgeworth's not here. Mr. Edgeworth. Oh.
Mr. Edgeworth. I brought you your tea. What's going on?
Dude, oh man, I wonder what's gonna happen to Edgeworth in the second game. Okay. Well, I think if I had to say who is more, Oh, okay, there's more.
Thanks for coming to see me off. Oh, I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright.
Oh, this is like with Maya.
Thank you for so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
Oh. I wonder if we're ever gonna have this mechanic again with like looking into more detail about with the evidence. Aw, with her hat. Oh, that's cute. Capcom. Damn, it just ends like that. Rises from the Ashes, clear episode 5. Yeah, I think this one might be my favorite episode out of all the ones. I know a lot of people said Case 4 was their favorite, but Case 5 was so like there were like so many plot and twists everywhere. Like it was I don't know how, like it was really good. Okay, I'm gonna switch to here. Let's go here. I'm gonna just say a little bit of things how I thought about the game. God, I don't think I can say all trials because I remember just specific Case 5. But damn, I think this first game took me like what? I started around October for this. Around October, maybe in the beginning of September, but damn, it's been a long run for this first game. I really enjoyed it. I'm so glad I bought the trilogy. It's like, I can't wait to see episode 2, like, not episode 2, but like the second game, especially with Edgeworth. Like, since he resigned, I wonder what's gonna happen to him now. He's probably gonna make like a sudden pop-up in the second game, and we're probably gonna find out what he's doing. Back to what I said about Von Karma and Gant, if I had to pick who is scarier, or more threatening, I think Gant would be. They're both powerful, right? But like, cause Gant acts really nice, and that is like such a huge like friend, and he's a manipulator too. Like Von Karma is like a manipulator. I still wonder why Von Karma still picked Edgeworth as like his student though. That was something that was never clear to me. I wonder if like there's a video explaining why Von Karma still picked him as his student. Cause like if he didn't like Edgeworth and he showed that he still didn't like Edgeworth from case 4, because he was against him, right? Why would he pick him anyway? I want to say it was like guilt for what he did to his dad, but I don't think think that's the case. It didn't feel like that at all. For back to episode 5, I really liked Emma. At first, I was like iffy about Emma because like she was a bit mean to Phoenix. Sometimes when there's like characters are like mean to Phoenix for no reason or just kind of poke at him, I'm just like, I don't like that. He's just doing his thing, and then you just judge him. I'm like, But I liked Emma at the very end. I love the mechanic where she's like, she tells you like what other stuff that you can do, like looking at evidence into more detail. You can use liminal fluids, and then the dusting thing, the powder was really fun to do. I wonder if we will ever get that stuff again in episode 2. I'm saying episode 2, but in the second game or in the third game, because I really liked that mechanic. That was really fun. Like with episode 5, there was a lot of new add-ons with how I had to angle the vase and the video. There was just like a lot of additional things. I feel like episode 5 is like a bonus, and I'm assuming it is supposed to be a bonus, but it was a really good one. Lana, I liked Lana. Gant, damn. Who's more I don't know who's more memorable to me. Von Karma or Gant? Maybe Gant. Damn. Damn, that guy is very scary. Especially when he was just like, when he first appeared and he didn't say anything. I thought that was supposed to be something goofy, right? It also presented to be like goofy of him not saying anything and then just suddenly saying something, right? But when you get further into the case and realize what he must have done, it's like when he's silent, it's like a bit like suspicious or threatening. Like he's thinking of something that is going to hit hard when he says it. Like he's thinking. He's deeply thinking, and it's gonna be really bad. Also, poor Edgeworth. Like he's been taking L since episode 1. I mean, yeah, but they weren't that bad. They were just like, okay, you lost the case. That was it. And then case 4 happened, and he was convicted of murder. And then they found out the truth about Von Karma killing his father. And that was supposed to be the end. But I think episode 5, like, they're both equally bad for him. Because, yeah, episode 4 had to do with his past and him almost going to be convicted as a murderer. In episode 5, it's still bad because his reputation just got ruined, and then now he's like, I don't trust myself as a prosecutor anymore. What is the point of me being here if I can't trust myself? Damn, poor guy. He had a bad ending, technically, to this game. Hopefully we'll see him in episode, like, in game 2, and he'll be fine. But yeah, what else would I say about this game? I don't know, I love how this game tickles my brain. I think episode 5 is probably the hardest one compared to all the trials, because I realized some of the cases, like with Miss Star, remember when we started the beginning, I wasn't really sure what to pick for how to contradict her. And then for like the picture that showed that Emma's drawing of the stabbing, that one was also like, oh, I don't know what to press. It was kind of confusing, and I can see why people were confused by that, but I think the vase angle was a lot worse. It's more of like, I guess like they really want you to be accurate, but I'm like, this is too much. I wish there was like a room for error, but it would still count, you know. But yeah, there was a lot of parts in the testimonies that were like so a bit hard to show evidence, and they really were asking like they want you to be very specific, basically. But yeah, this is definitely harder than episode 4. I wonder if this episode is like, there's probably a ranking about, like, which one is the hardest episode out of all the 3 games. There's probably something like that, and I'm pretty sure episode 5 is, of the first game isn't the hardest. There's probably something, like, more difficult in the 3rd game, probably. Maybe 2nd, but I feel like in the 3rd game. But yeah. Yeah, that's all that I have to say for this game. Yeah, let's see, I'll probably mention when I'm gonna finish, I'll start episode 2, but yeah, that's about it. That was really fun. I'm so glad, like, a friend recommended me this game, and I was like, oh, I have enough money to buy it, so I guess I'll buy it. It was so worth it, though. That was really good. That was really fun.